the second level, and finally the breakpoint and slope from the first level to the second level. When completed, your entire bottom will be strung and ready to continue trimming in preparation for concrete pouring. To prepare the main drain for installation, first put a layer of Teflon tape over the threads and install the plug inside the drain. Then, put a layer of Teflon tape on the threads of the fitting and install it. Then, cover the entire opening of the drain, including the facing and screw holes, with a layer of duct tape. This technique prevents dirt or bottom material from clogging the screw holes or dirtying the face, where you'll need to install the gaskets and faceplate later. Trim off the excess. Before pouring the concrete bottom, attach the main drain to its hose and position it exactly where it will sit in the middle of the hopper. Once you have this reference, use a pick to dig a trench from the main drain installation point to the pool wall. This trench will accommodate the hose and make certain the entire installation is well beneath the float of concrete. With the bottom trimmed and shaped and the breakpoints and hoppers strung to concrete float depth, rake all levels to make them as flat and smooth as possible. You're now ready to pour and float the concrete bottom. There are several types of hard bottom: concrete, sand and cement, vermiculite and cement, and in this pour we're using vermiculite, sand, and cement. Work with a relatively dry mix to facilitate shaping and contouring. Compress the concrete and work it smooth on the surface. As you execute the pour, work on the sides and shape the outer slope first. Since the rough grading is at least 2 inches deeper than the final grade, a minimum of 2 inches of concrete should be applied. Bring the level of the pour right up to the string as you shape the breakpoint and slope to the second level. A rough leveling of a section can be achieved with a 2x4 and then finished with standard masonry tools. Note the outer slope progress is ahead of the progress made finishing the bottom. High spots in the concrete can be scraped down and smoothed over easily. Throughout the pour and bottom finishing process, leave all the rebar in position. Just work the concrete up to and around them. They're easily extracted by hand once the bottom has set and dried. Finish the bottom level to the top of the main drain. Make it flush, but not higher than the top of the drain itself. With the entire bottom poured and shaped, several hours are required for the bottom to harden. In preparation for installing of the optional foam padding and subsequently the liner, this installer has chosen to use duct tape on all joints. Just a single layer of duct tape will do. It's also a good idea to put a layer of tape on all edges and ridges, especially on steps. Once the bottom is hardened, you can pull out the rebar and begin patching up those holes, as well as other imperfections such as indentations or low spots. It's important to blend in this new material, following the contours as you go. Also, there may be some rough material on the surface in some areas. Masonry tools can be used to remove these rough edges. Install the gasket on the main light fixture. An aerosol adhesive works well for this task. Make certain the holes in the gasket are aligned with the holes in the face. Hold the gasket in place with duct tape until the adhesive dries. Also, install the gasket on the skimmer at this point and remove the duct tape from the main drain and install the gasket with spray adhesive. This installer is using an optional foam padding between the steel panels and the liner. The padding serves as additional protection for the liner. Aerosol adhesive is very easy to apply when installing foam padding. It's important that the padding is flush against the steel and that no wrinkles or bulges remain when the installation is complete. The padding must be tucked into the seams on the sundeck and stretched tightly to fit. Before installing the liner, you must sweep and vacuum all surfaces that come in contact with the liner to ensure all loose debris and dirt are removed. Installation of the liner over steps is done with either fiberglass rods and clips or liner track and bead. To install the liner, start at the bottom tread of the step in the shallow end of the pool. Insert the fiberglass rod into the rod pocket. Then, use rod clips to hold the rod and liner in place. Rod clips are stainless steel clips that slip down between the tread and the riser of each step. The rod clips secure the liner in place and keep it there under water pressure. In this installation, the middle and top tread are held in place with liner bead and liner track. Once the bead is secure in the liner track, use liner lock to keep it in place. With the liner secured to the steps, go around the entire perimeter of the pool and pop the liner bead into the liner track on the coping. This installer uses sandbags to keep the liner in place when filling the pool. Work in both directions until the liner bead is completely secure to the coping. Once the liner has been completely installed, a vacuum is required to assist in removing air pockets and wrinkles in the liner as it sucks the liner into place. Here, the installer has rigged the vacuum through the skimmer. Once the liner is pulled tight against the pool walls, fill the hopper to approximately 4 inches deep and stop. It's now time to cut in the main drain. To cut in the main drain, carefully walk down into the hopper and feel around through the liner until you find the outer perimeter of the faceplate receiver. Install the faceplate and gasket to the body of the main drain using provided screws. The liner will be sandwiched between the two gaskets and totally secure. With the faceplate installed, carefully cut the liner around the inside perimeter of the faceplate. Make certain you are cutting inside and not outside the plate, or the liner will be destroyed. Once the liner has been fully removed from inside the plate, install the inside grate or cover to the inside holes on the main drain body. With the main drain installed, continue filling the pool. When the water level reaches the bottom of the main light fixture, stop and cut in the main light. Just as with the main drain, you'll need to feel around through the liner to find the fitting. Then, install the outside faceplate and cut the liner around the inside perimeter. Install the gasket and faceplates around the ladder panel. Then, cut around the inside of the ladder unit to expose the steps, removing that rectangle of liner material. Continue filling the pool at this point. As the water level washes over the steps, sandbags can be removed as the weight of the water replaces the benefit they provide. Once the pool is full, cut in all inlet fittings using the same method used to cut in the main drain and light. Remember, cut inside the faceplate. Finally, it's time to cut in the skimmer. Once again, the process is identical to that of cutting in lights, drains, and returns, but this time, the faceplate and cut will be rectangular. This particular pool owner has requested fiber optic lighting accents. These are installed by carefully working the fiber optic rope into the special receptacle on the coping. This installation is done around the entire perimeter of the pool, with the two end pieces pushed through an access hole which enables them to be led away from the pool and over to the fiber optic source. Incidentally, you'll note during the installation, decorative brick was installed around the perimeter. Brick is one of many options the pool owner might order. Cardinal's stone coping support system provides a level base for this installation. Don't forget to affix the appropriate warning signs. In this case, the pool is just 6 feet deep, not a diving pool, and is being marked as such. So there you have it. After landscaping and other decorative treatments, a beautiful swimming pool that will deliver refreshing relaxation and fun to your customer for decades. A quality galvanized steel wall pool from Cardinal Systems, the most technologically advanced manufacturer of galvanized steel wall swimming pools in the world.